The other thing that's I think is really going to develop here in the next couple of days is, unless there's a last-minute deal that Woj is going to tell us about, and you can use that again. Tristan Thompson was not traded.
That's right.
There was like 6 centers traded over this last 3 days. Tristan Thompson was not one of them. There has been a belief in the league, and frankly, his agent has been, Rich Paul's been clear, that Tristan is not interested in taking a buyout, because if you take a buyout, even if he doesn't plan on being with the Cavs, you lose your bird rights and you can't be executed in a sign and trade. But considering where they are now, where Andre Drummond is going to be their starting center, he has to play a lot of minutes going down the stretch. Tristan's not going to play, not going to be able to improve his value. I think the chances of a Tristan Thompson buyout have increased dramatically. That means if you're a fan of the Boston Celtics, your ears perk way up right now.
Yep.
The Boston Celtics would be major in the market.
I think he would be such a good fit there, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And the Clippers, who still have, believe it or not, the Clippers could still use a center.
Yeah.
And I think if he becomes available, although the Clippers are looking for more shooting at that position, he could come there. But if you're a Boston Celtics fan right now, even though your team didn't do anything, you are really keeping a very close eye on Tristan Thompson, because if Tristan Thompson goes to the Celtics, that could be the type of move that changes the balance of the power in the Eastern Conference.
Well, first of all, to finish up on the Cavs, I would say this, that they have had a hard time getting the rest of the league to think that Kevin Love is worth what they think Kevin Love is. And they have been they haven't been able to make a deal because of that. Well, if you got Andre Drummond, not for free, but for a very small price, maybe you let Kevin Love go for a lower price than you thought you were going to,
maybe,
and get
but
some
I
of that
don't think that's what it's about, and I think it's about this. Andre Drummond has a $28 million player option, which he may or may not pick up. I would advise him to pick it up. The Cavs are looking at it like they have about $28 million in cap room. They don't think they could use that $28 million on a player better than Andre Drummond. So in a way, this was a free agent move. Whether or not he picks up the option, we'll see.
All right, so let's move on from Andre Drummond. I want to get to Paul. Can you go directly into your camera here and make a pitch to Tristan Thompson to take the buyout so the Celtics can pick him up?
You are the one player that can put the Boston Celtics over the top. Taking a couple extra less millions is worth it, buddy.
You don't mean that. No, you don't. No. The answer is you don't take any less money, Tristan. You make the Cavs buy you out because that they've just traded for your replacement.
Right, but
and then you go sign and get more money.
But look, Tristan could be part of another run in the Eastern Conference.
That'll put him over the top. That's just what they need: a physical presence, a veteran leader, a champion.
So let's take a look at each conference and where we are here, right? So if we start in the East, to your point, the Boston Celtics didn't do anything yet. So they kind of stayed in place. You think the Heat improved. Do you think the Heat made enough of a move that they leapfrogged the Celtics or the Raptors in terms of being a contender after the Bucks?
Well, I'm not sure they just leapfrogged them, but, they're a little bit better. I mean, like I said, I still think after the Milwaukee Bucks, everybody else is in the same category, from 2 all the way down from Celtics, Toronto, Indiana, Philadelphia. They're all in the same boat.
However,
think any of those teams can lose in the first round.
Put those standings back up there. I think in the Eastern Conference, getting to the number 2 seed is vital, because look at where the 76ers are. 76ers, let's say they finish 4 or 5. If you get the 2 seed,
then in the second round you're playing the Milwaukee Bucks.
If you get the 2 seed, you don't have to.
No. I said if they finish 4 or 5.
That's right. I mean, we assume that the 76ers they're basically tied for 5th there.
Yes.
I'm betting on the 76ers to outplay the Pacers down the stretch. I think they'll finish 4 or 5. The difference between being the 2 seed, the 3 seed, and the 4 seed in the East is huge to me, because it means that you might not, especially if you're a team like the Celtics, who has 1-3 against the Sixers this year. So the Celtics are highly motivated. The Heat are highly motivated to get into that 2-3 zone, and I think that's why it's really important what the Heat did, because getting the 2 seed or the 3 seed for the Heat is really, really meaningful for them going forward.
Well, what's interesting for the Heat is that Pat Riley loves to think about his team as this collection of diamonds in the roughs that he found and they developed, and they created this great culture around them. But I think in the last couple of weeks they've had 2 games against the Clippers where you played against the best in the West. You lost both of them, and in basically the same way. They just did not have enough talent.
Right. And Jimmy Butler didn't play the 4th quarter last night. But yes.
But like, we were at that game, and you could just tell that they're not there.
Yeah.
And I think they knew it. And how do you add to the team without changing the culture that you've built around these young guys that you have found and developed?
All right. Well, don't forget about the defending champions, though, Paul. The Raptors have won 12 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, Pascal Siakam, the leaps he has continued to make. I feel like he can't keep leaping, but he keeps leaping. He looks great in scarves. Apparently, the whole team does. Where are they in this?
Man, they're scary. I mean, because when you're the defending champs, you carry a certain swagger and confidence. Even though they lost their best player, Kawhi, I feel like Siakam he's thriving in that role as the best player. He's become an all-star this year. He's doing everything this team needs of him. And, you know, you still got Lowry. You still got a lot of veteran guys over there who understand how to win. And so, like I said, outside of Milwaukee Bucks, everybody else is like right there. And one injury,
well, that could change
that can change the dynamics of everything in the playoffs.
You know what, Paul? I was in the Heat locker room last night. Maybe this is foolhardy.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just excited because they just made this big trade. They do not fear the Milwaukee Bucks. Maybe,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, maybe that will be. Maybe Giannis will laugh at them and pound them into the submission, but they do not fear the Milwaukee Bucks. The Miami Heat feel like they're going to win the Eastern Conference.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.